Technology, organized by University Library Dikras Murthal from 5th to 10th July. I welcome all to the third day of the program. And in the first session, we have with us Professor R.K. Bhatt. Before inviting Sir for his talk, I would like to give a brief introduction about Sir. Dr. R.K. Bhatt is presently working as professor in the Department of Library and Information Sciences of University of Delhi since 1st January 2009. An erudite academician, prolific writer, excellent orator, and multifaceted personality, has earned dual PhDs and distinguished professional earned accolades for his subject expertise. He is credited for contributing 11 books, 9 edited books, over 180 research papers, articles published in peer-reviewed journals, international journals, editorial books, conference proceedings. Dr. Bhatt was the editor of a reputed journal entitled Journal of Library and Information Sciences of the Department of Library and Information Sciences, University of Delhi for 3 years during his tenure as head of department. Dr. Bhatt was the guest editor of one of the issue of the journal library, Progress International. In addition, he has delivered more than 100 invited talks, keynote addresses, lectures, and chaired considerable number of conference sessions of national and international conferences, along with holding high positions in board of studies, curriculum development committees, UGC net workshops, selection committees, etc. of several academic institutions and universities of central and state governments. He is an excellent teacher holding specialization in areas of marketing of LIS products and services, history of libraries in India, and UNESCO's contribution in development of libraries and documentation centers, academic library system, library cataloging theory and practice. Prior to joining the University of Delhi, Dr. Bhatt served as assistant librarian for 8 years at IIT Delhi. Dr. Bhatt also served the University of Delhi as head of the Library Information System Department from December 7 to December 10. As HOD of the department, he successfully organized several national and international programs such as Kabul Training Program, an international academic venture of Government of India and Afghanistan, seminar on relevance of Ranganathan's philosophy in present era and Ranganathan's vision for academic libraries, two refresher courses in library and information sciences in collaboration with CPDHE, DU. Another milestone was achieved during his able mentorship by revision of the curriculum of Bachelor of Library and Information Sciences and Master of Library and Information Sciences after 15 years. His prodigious writing truly reflects through 11 books, 9 edited books, and 140 research papers. Dr. Bhatt was the editor of a reputed journal entitled Journal of Library and Information Sciences. His research capabilities can be easily judged through 4 PhDs, 20 MPhils, and over 100 MLICs, dissertations. He is currently engaged, served, and contributing his best as member of many library associations, selection committees, life member of the Indian Library Association, member of the sectional committee of ILA for the year 2000-2002 for library history, Public Relation Officer, Indian Library Association for the term 2002-4, Council Member of Indian Literary Association for Library Association for the session 2004-7, Chairman Sectional Committee as Library History IL for the session 2004-7, Life Member of the Indian Library Sciences Teachers Association, Vice President of Indian Library Association, Life Members of the Rajasthan Library Association, Life Member of Delhi Library Association, and Life Member of IAS-LIC for his outstanding contribution in the field of library and information science. Special Library Association conferred the Best Library Science Teacher Award 2019, and SPL Uttar Pradesh also facilitated him the Best Teacher Award in 2009. So it is my proud privilege to introduce such an esteemed speaker, and it is certainly, you would say, it's an honor for us to invite you, sir, and it's an honor for us that you accepted the invitation. So with this small introduction, now I would invite sir on the dais, please. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Seema. And first of all, I am so grateful to my younger brother, Maher Singh, and the organizers of this program who have given me this opportunity to interact with the galaxy of participants, not only from India, from abroad as well. So my best wishes to all of them. And I am sure that every one of you is safe and taking all measures and precautions of COVID-19 so that we all stay safe, and at the same time in adversity we try to move and do our best so that our society grows, our institutions grows, and show must go on. So with these my best wishes and my simple call for you all to take care of yourself and your family from COVID-19. Now I move to my presentation. My dear friends, as I told you that I am the professor of library information science, but Meher told me that we would like to have a kind of a topic which may be certainly a little unique in many senses. And when we were discussing, he asked me something to deliver something on personality development. This is one of the area you all will agree with me that though it's a part and parcel of psychology discipline, but normally we do not find studies, we do not find place in curriculum of different kind of disciplines which we have in our country. And this happens to be one of the area which need to be very very vital and important, and really has a significant place and need to be taught, need to be learned, so that you people, when you are in a practical life of yourself, you are able to really achieve your goals and you are performing the task with much more efficiency, effectiveness, and successfulness. So my topic is personality development mantras for the faculty, scholars, and librarians for achieving efficiency and goals. Hello, my
Yes, sir.
voice is coming.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Let us look at what basically we want to understand by the terminology. A person's personality affects his or her performance of the job. It is true that when you are performing a task with utmost perfection, then it is something related to your capability, your skills, and your way of performing the task, which reflects as a part of your personality. You know, the success in the world of work requires ability to perform along with the ability to adjust in the environment. You know, we all are working, and when we work in a specific environment, whether it is COVID-19, whether it is a specific environment of academic culture, or wherever we are working, we find that we have to be flexible enough to adjust ourselves in a kind of environment which we are working, and that art need to be developed by every one of us. Stress, conflict, and miscommunication with superiors, co-workers, and subordinates often cause difficulties unless you have positive personality characteristics. As you know, that sometimes you are dealing with your subordinates, your juniors, sometimes you are dealing with your seniors, and every one of us has got a different kind of mindset, different kind of articulation, different kind of intelligence here, and different kind of behavior. So we, in that particular situation, sometimes miscommunication takes place, sometimes the ego clashes takes place. Apart from all that, this stress, conflict, and miscommunication need to be handled very carefully with a positive state of mind. Negative personality traits can hamper or preview individual adjustments and alienate others, thereby resulting into miserable failure in their perspective in their respective jobs. That's true. If we are working in a negative state of mind, then certainly this is going to hamper our productivity in the work. Personality generally implies to all what is unique about us and individual, the characteristic that makes one stand out in the crowd. That means, and you must have seen it. So for example, now when you are attending in an electronic environment, had you been in a offline mode, you would have found that out of the crowd, there might have been a few people who are registering their presence better than many of the people who are the part and parcel of that kind of a program in which they are. This is that they have certain kind of unique traits in their personality that they are being identified as one unique as compared to others. Since the problems are the part and parcel of life, and it is the way in which one deals with them that determines what one is going from strength to strength or weaker to weaker. Thus, in order to develop a healthy and popular personality, one should look deeper and deeper into positive thinking. That means when we talk of personal development, our focus is on the vibrations which generate in us the kind of energy with positive mindset. We have to stop. No passage is to be allowed for the negativity to come and flow in your mindset or your life. Now, mantras for the personal development. When we talk of the mantras for the personal development, there are certain kind of mantras which one would like to keep in the life and one should try to have in the life. Say, for example, one should start thinking that I believe today is my lucky day. We have to stop murmuring. We have to stop always saying when the people say that the today is not my lucky day, I am so fed up, life is not going well, and I have a lot of problems at my office, problem at my family, problem in my friend circle, problem in the country. Every time they are cursing the situation by using one pretext or the other. That should be left out. You have to remind yourself and you have to always believe that today is your lucky day. I am grateful for every opportunity life has given to me to learn and develop. My dear friends, we when we look at the entire world, we find we are much better as compared to lakhs and lakhs of people in the society. There are people who may be placed better than us, but that does not mean that looking at more successful people as compared to us, that should start developing the negative feeling in our mind and thinking that the God has not given to us. Look, the people have reached to that top level. I would have also reached to that top level, but the God has not helped me. This kind of feeling need to be stopped immediately. Feeling which you are going to destroy your daily life on the basis of what kind of negativity and negative thoughts are flowing in your mind. It will hamper your body language also and your health also. You should also feel, I am an honest and sincere person. Why don't you think that you are an honest and sincere person? Are we there to receive this certificate from anybody else who says that you are honest and sincere? Your soul is the ultimate authority which always makes you realize that, look, whatever I am doing honestly, I am doing sincerely. And this is what is needed when you are working for an organization. If you are feeling from the core of your heart that whatever you are doing, you are honest in performing your task for your organization and you are sincere, then you need not to bother, you need not to worry what people says about you, because people has got the attitude in general to criticize the people surrounding them, and that is none of our business to give up before them simply because of the kind of strategies the people do try to hamper you, do try to let you down. I have a healthy body which I will take care of. Now see that every one of us has certain kind of illness in our body. We are living in a kind of environment. We know we are facing pollution. We do not have purity in our foods and other thing. Even the air what we are getting, that is also is not that good as is needed of, particularly in people who are living in urban states, big towns like Delhi, Madras, Calcutta, where the pollution level happens to be very high. But that does not mean that whatever problems you are having in your body, you start cursing yourself and you are always taking the pretext that since I am not healthy, since I am ill, so I am not able to really do my work, I am not really to perform my task. See, we have to learn the art of living, whatever the state of health the God has given to us. I am compassionate towards others. That is another important aspect, that you have to take care of the other people, try to understand them, respect their feeling. I appreciate constructive criticism to help me learn, to develop my skill. See, it is not always that the people who are criticizing you are your enemy. Sometimes the healthy criticism has to be considered in a positive way. Nindak ne de rakhiye. The Kabir has said, see, the people who are your good friend, people who are really affectionate, people who loves you, sometimes when they find that something is wrong in you, they try to point it out. You should not take healthy criticism, the criticism against you. That should be taken as platform, as advice to remove that kind of negativity, the kind of lacuna of that your personality, and develop your skills to do best. I am full of love. Yes, that is very important thing, that you always feel like that I am full of love. I love people. I love environment. I love institution. I love youngers. I love everyone surrounding me, and that is why I am a human being. I am a man. I have given the mind. I understand what is what, and therefore I am the person who is lovable, and I am the person who loves others. I am kind and generous. You should always feel that you are a helping nature person. You are always helping the people. Your kindness is the trait of your personality, so that you understand the problems of others. I have seen the people in the society, when their problem is there, then they feel that their problem is on the top. But when we find that our problem is nothing. Find some time to go to hospital. Find some time to go to Shamshan, and you find that you are better place. Your problems are nothing. The people are in a much more worse condition, and they are living their life. And this is what we must understand, that yes, I am so kind and so generous. I am dependable and ever ready to help others. Your behavior should give impression in the environment in which you are living, that one can depend on you. Sometimes this is a kind of a situation that a child is in your arms, and when you are pushing the child in the air, he laughs. How do he laugh? Why he laughs? Because he has confidence in you that you will not allow him to fall and get a destruction, get something happens wrong with him. That kind of dependency, you should float in the environment before your subordinates. Your subordinates should understand with your behavior, okay, look, my boss is there. Likewise, your boss should also depend on you, thinking that, look, Mr. X is there, so I am free. I need not to bother. He will handle the task. He will handle the work. He will do his best. I have faith in myself. When you are performing the task, never think of that you will not be able to do it. You should have confidence. I am not saying that you should have overconfidence. Only I can do is overconfidence. But when you feel I can do it, then it's the confidence, and you must develop it. That should be the part of your personality. I have faith in others. You should also not think that everybody is bad in the society. You have seen that there is a saying of a Mahatma, बुरा जो देखन मैं चला बुरा ना मिला कोई और जो दिल खोजो आपनो मुझसे बुरा ना कोई. See, we should always think of that the people who are surrounding me, everyone is very good. They are faithful. They are good people. They are doing their best. Try to understand in the environment they are working, and then you should behave like. Traits of personality development, there are certain kind of features, certain kind of skills which need to be having a person so that Mr. X or Mr. Y is rated as a full personality person, absolute personality person. And these traits includes leadership style, communication, interpersonal relationship, developing positive attitudes, self-improvement, self-esteem, planning for team building, time management, motivation, productivity, conflict resolution, stress management, and last is lifelong learning. Let us discuss each of them one by one. Leadership style. My dear friends, leadership style is the process of social influence. Now, when we talk of the social influence, what we are trying to communicate? We are trying to communicate the ability that you are able to win over the confidence of the people for which you are leading. You are leading from the front. You are influencing the people with your attitude, with your style, with your skills, with your communication, with your body language, with your behavior, with your knowledge and whatnot. And when you do this, you find you will have your followers. You find you will have your followers. Now, the second is communication. It is the ability to communicate well that distinguishes one individual from another. Now, see, I have seen in my life, and unfortunately, and maybe my librarian friend will agree to it, that despite of the fact that the librarian is considered to be the jack of everyone, jack of everything, but still because of lacking in communication, he himself find some time to establish himself unique and identical in the academic environment of the academic institution like college or a university, simply because his poor skills in communication. Communication does not mean that you should command in English language only. Whatever language you are speaking, maybe you are speaking Hindi, maybe you are speaking Punjabi, maybe you are speaking Haryanvi, maybe you are speaking any of the language of the world. But what is needed is that whatever you are communicating, the communication message should be louder, clear to the audience, and the people who are listening, you understand what do you mean and what you want to communicate to them. This kind of communication skills help you to really establish yourself as a unique person in the entire crowd. One good way to determine how you communicate well, you need to work on, and one of the finest ways that you have a videotape, you have few different conversation with friends and listen and then find that what errors you have done in your communication, in what way you would have been able to improve upon your communication, what would have been much more effective and impressive thing which you could include in your communication and so on. So for example, you see, Are you speaking clearly so that others can understand your message? Whenever you are speaking, your subconscious tells you what mistakes you are doing. Even I am delivering lecture, and when I am having display of my PPT on the screen, the photograph of myself and Seema Chawla and their name are being displayed, which is disturbing my screen for understanding whole words appearing before me. So I know what I am saying something. There is a lack in communicating it. That is known and that is being realized by me, by my subconscious, that need to be updated, that need to be improved next time to come. And therefore, you must speak clearly and understand whether the message is loud or clear. Can you tell if the receiver understands the message you are sending? What signals did you receive that indicate understanding? The people who are interacting with them, the people you are interacting with you, their face impression makes you realize that whatever you are saying is understandable or not. That signals you have to understand very well to improve your communication further. What non-verbal messages are you sending? Your body language, your functioning of your hand when you are pitching your speech, delivering your talk, delivering your message, communicating the entire body language, the actions which you are having, all are non-verbal messages which you are floating and you are trying to communicate what is what. Do you offer feedback when the other person is speaking? That is another important aspect. You should offer the feedback when the other person is speaking. You should tell that what you could understand and what you could not understand. You should be bold enough to come forward and share with that the things which have been delivered to you had certain kind of lack of understanding, so that when you leave the place, you are a absolute understandable person to that kind of environment in which you spend your time in listening the audience, listening the speaker. What do you notice that could improve your communication? As I told you, that your subconscious tells you that these are the errors which you have done while communicating. You can improve it by realization. To achieve the fruits of the interpersonal relationship, that is another trait. To achieve the fruits of interpersonal relationship traits, one should always be cheerful, should have sense of humor, and has to be tactful while handling the others. See, when we are interacting with the other people, our face, our smile on our face must be of that level that the person to whom you are interacting, the person to whom you are communicating, that fellow feels sense of realization that you are keenly taking interest in him. And that is why your cheerful personality, your smiling face, your tact to handle that situation helps you to establish yourself as unique one. In addition, empathy and sympathy. Tact should be also the part of human being to be personal, having qualities of maintaining good interpersonal relationship. Now, when we talk of empathy, I'm sure that many of you are aware of the term empathy. It is something that you feel yourself in a kind of the situation in which somebody is passing through. You just imagine that, say for example, if somebody is ill or dreaded ill is there. Say for example, somebody is passing through the trauma of coronavirus, hospitalized. Think of what kind of pain and what kind of stress, what kind of threat of life a person who is seriously having an infection of COVID-19, hospitalized, nobody is there, family cannot be there, son, daughter, wife, any relation, they are all away from you. You are fighting yourself for your life. Just think that in case if that would have happened with you, what would have been your state of mind that helps you to understand empathy. Sympathy. Again, it's very powerful element of your personality that you should always be sympathized with the people who are suffering on one account or the other. Further, cooperativeness, politeness, patience, enthusiasm, dependability, etc. are some other traits which makes you stronger in maintaining good interpersonal relationship. Developing positive attitude. Doctors have found that there is a very strong connection between our mind and body. Your attitudes can dramatically affect your health for good, or conversely, your body can help you to develop better attitude. Next time, feel negative, try the following. Whenever you are in a state of negativity, you should try to have what? Smile. एक बार मुस्कुरा कर देखें. Always have smile on your face. You might have seen the movie Munna Bhai, and there you have seen that Dean, whenever he would have been a much more stressed and tense, but he would like that tense should not appear on his face, and he tried to be cheerful, try to give a smile, try to maintain that kind of face impression which doesn't reflect that he or she is under tension. Sit up straight. Sit up or stand up straight. Whenever you are in stress, you try to stand up and have your straight body, and try to keep your shoulder back, and try to throw out the negative feeling coming. Try to grab the positive vibration in your body language. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. लंबे लंबे सांस लीजिए, गहरी सांस लीजिए. Take long breath and then keep it out slowly. You find that your body, which has got little stress, is getting stress, releasing gradually, continuously, slowly, and ultimately you become normalcy in your behavior. Focus on what is good. Think about your goals and dreams, happy incident, or look at pictures of beautiful scenery. Focusing on is negative increases stress, but thinking positive thoughts and looking beautiful scenery triggers the relaxation response. Take care of yourself. Feeling unwell often makes things seem worse. Always thinking that you are not fit, you are not good, you are under stress, you feel that the things have gone beyond your hand, you cannot improve now, nobody will be there to help you or rescue you. Forget about all these things. Take care of yourself. अपने आप को improve कीजिए, अपने आप को इस level का बनाइए, अपने आप को इस तरीके से develop कीजिए. Develop yourself to the level that you feel independence in yourself. Self-improvement. Steps in processing of planning for self-improvement. Develop a realistic vision of your future. Analyze the personality that you are envision and bring specific goal focus. Then identify specific measures, objectives of each goal. Plan the accomplishment of the objectives. The vision of yourself in terms of self-improvement goals and objectives describe you want to happen. The action plan describe how you will be able to make it happen. Develop your success identity. Your action plan will improve the action. You remember this: self-improvement, not a goal to attain. It is a process that continues as you grow in the environment and you become the best person that you can be. Self-esteem. Start knowing yourself by yourself. अपने आप को पहचानिए. Realize yourself what you are, what you can do. अपने potential पहचानिए. What is the strength in your personality? What is the weakness in your personality? What opportunities are surrounding you? What challenges you are going to face? and how much able you are to face the challenges and overcome the kind of problems under which you are floating, you are facing. Physical appearance, you should be look stout. You may be having some problem, but still your body language that should give the impression that you are very active, you are very stout. Athletic skills, a person should have little art of showing the athletic skills. Sometimes you are a good carom player, sometimes you are a good jumper, sometimes you have certain kind of skills of playing of some games and all. That helps you to make you understand that you are something different from others. Romantic appeal, your actions, your body language should always give impression to the people in the environment in which you are living, that you are a very calm, cool, and comfortable and charming personality. You are always lovable. You see that the people are getting attracted from you. That kind of personality you need to develop. Ethics and morals, that is very, very important thing. While you are behaving, you should keep your ethics and morals very high. You should not do anything which is unethical. Which you should not do anything which makes you make people laugh on you. And therefore, the ethics and morals need to be very high. You should not do anything wrong. You should not be dishonest. You should not be doing anything unfair, and you should not adopt any unfair mean while performing certain kind of tasks or duties. Mechanical ability. Sometimes you find that you're sitting in your office and your plug is not working, or something has happened, that you should be able to make use of screwdriver and other thing. If something not that big, and if you are able to screw the wire and screw the what you call the screw the table or chairs screws, that can help you to make people understand that you are having a little more ability as compared to the others. Sense of humor. You might have seen people create an environment of happiness, laughing environment. Their sense of humor is that they speak and the people laugh. The entire environment laugh on the kind of a statement a person has given. That kind of sense of humor creates you unique among the others. Artistic talent. You may be a good singer, you may be a good dancer, you may be doing certain kind of things which is something different from the others. So some kind of artistic talent, if you have, that is the bonus for your personality. So what do? Celebrate strength and accomplishments. Change the way you talk to yourself. Accept responsibility for your actions. Be sure that you are not setting your standards unrealistically. Remember that beating yourself up for your weakness is self-defense. Instead of running yourself down, set goals for strengthening those. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Strike a balance between focusing on improving yourself and focusing on the needs of others. Keep in mind that being kind to others will help you feel better yourself. Don't be defensive when you hear criticism. Look forward and accept. And then try to do what people are making a criticism of a particular task of yours. Never give up on yourself. Never surrender. Keep on fighting because you can do it. Always think that, yes, I can do. Yes, I can do. So, whatever difficult task you have in your hand to perform, whatever difficult environment in which you are working, whatever tightness you have the resources to help, but you should not forgive. You should not give up. You should try to manage the thing within the resources available and try to achieve your goals. Planning for team building. Planning for team building. The key characteristics of team building are have definite and periodic sessions on relevant issues. It's very important. Periodic session, discussion with your subordinates, discussing with your superiors, participate in it, give your own version, share with, have logic to convince your authorities, convince your subordinates, convince your superiors that why this task should be done, why this task should not be done, why it is important, why this strategy should be adopted, why one should be put on this kind of a job, what are the good skills and traits of your subordinate, why one should be put on one certain kind of a task. Say, for example, as far as librarians are concerned, I would like to share with you two good examples. There are people whose writings are not good. Now it's the era of computerization, so that problem is over. But I am remembering those days when the computers were not welcomed in the libraries and the work was done manually. The person who was to do the entry in the accession register when the books are being purchased, if his handwriting is not legible, he would have not been able to do the task very well. At the same time, if your behavior is not good, if your language is not soft, if your attitude is not good, then you would have not been the best person to sit on the issue and written counter to handle the public. That kind of a thing, they always help you with periodic sessions and discussions to know which staff can be allowed to sit at what place, what kind of job one can be given. There is a person who is very good in public relations, so he could be put on interlibrary loan. He would have gone to some libraries and manage other things and bring all your interlibrary loan document. But if a person who is not good in public relations and goes over there, nobody will entertain him, and his task of going over there will become futile. So it all is depending on your periodic sessions and discussions to help you what to do or what not to do. Listen to all members and encourage them to suggest the way to overcome the problem. Consider using an independent internal or external facilitators. Allow all levels to join in as equal and to avoid feeling supremacy or subordination like. Never think that you are boss. I have seen people who have bossism in them, and because of their bossism attitude, they become egoist. They do not want even to listen healthy things. They do not want to adhere to the suggestions which are healthy ones. And because of that, what happens? That the institution suffers. Because whatever good things have been suggested by subordinate or by anybody else, they are not been adopted. And because of that, what is happening? That the efficiency get deteriorated. The effectiveness of the work get deteriorated. Be brief, using a predefined process that highlights the workplace parallels and allow the participant to extract their own learning rather than be preached to. Jabardasti, you should not try to what you call, you should not create pressure on a person simply because you are a boss. Try to understand. And if that fellow is able to convince you that this kind of a job should be done like this, you should keep your ego away and then listen coolly, calmly, and find it out. Okay, yes, that may be the solution. You all may be nowadays, I'm sure, you all may be seeing a serial Ahilya. Now you have seen in what way that small girl has been conquering step by step everyone. Even her mother-in-law has now come and standing at the back. Even her own husband, who was very reluctant of and he was not ready to accept of. He has also started helping. People have started realizing that she is outstanding, she is highly capable, and that is why the path for learning, studies, education, everything has been opened. And the way she is handling the task, the way she is helping the administration, and in the yesterday's episode, she has shown the ability of controlling the kind of governance which are taking place in their. This is always what? It is not that a smaller person can not do wonders. Yes, your subordinate can do wonders. So you should have an open eye, you should have an open mind, and you should encourage the people. Use a proven mechanism to transfer the learning back to workplace.
Not audible.
Ideally, within the briefing process itself. आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर लीजिए प्लीज. आवाज आ रही है आप में से किसी की? Time management. Time management is a set of principles, practices, skills, tools, systems working together to help you get more value out of your time with the aim of improving the quality of your life. That time management is a set of tools which allows you to. Time management is very, very important aspect. You have only 8 hours to work in your office. You have 24 hours to manage your entire life. In a day, there are only 24 hours. Even God cannot change the 24 hours. 24 hours means 24 hours. You have to manage entire task in the 24 hours. And therefore, the time management is very, very important task. How do you manage the time? Eliminate the wastage. Find it out कि किस काम को कितने समय में किया जा सकता है और हम किस काम में कितना समय बर्बाद कर रहे हैं. You should eliminate the wastage of time. Be prepared for meeting. You are going to attend the meeting, you are going to participate in the meeting, but you are not well prepared. You should not. You do not know what is the agenda. You do not have the data on the basis of which you have to make an argument. You have to present yourself. So prepare for meeting. Refuse excessive workload. This is also in management. This is very, very vital, important thing. That what I have seen, that the person who works, the officers try to put every kind of task to him or her. So we should also develop the ability that you should not accept each and everything, so it becomes overload. If the work is overloaded, then certainly your performance is going to be hampered. Monitor project progress. If you're working on a project, and if it's a time-bound project, you should keep on monitoring it very minutely and see the flaws, the weakness, and try how you can boost up the project and what are the weak areas and what are the strengthful areas. You should identify and take the decision accordingly. Allocate resources appropriate to a task important to perform. Ensure that long-term projects are not neglected. Plan each day efficiently. You should have a document in your hand. If you do not want to put everything on black and white, then at least in your sub mind, you should plan, today I am going to office and these are the kind of tasks which I have to perform. And then see, when you leave the office for that day, you should be able to understand that these were the tasks which I had to have and how many tasks could be performed and which tasks could not be done. And if they could not be done, why they could not be done. If you evaluate it, if the self-evaluation is taking place, that will help you to improve the task. Plan each week activities effectively and to do so simply with a little self-discipline. Motivation. Motivation is the activation of goal-oriented behavior. Motivation may be rooted in the basic needs to minimize physical pain and maximize pleasure. A recent report by the National Institute of Mental Health suggests that there are two kinds of achievement motivation. One is interesting motivation, that is the desire to do something because you want to do. That means your willingness. You are willing and therefore you are offering that I will be able to do this work that may be assigned to me. And another is extrinsic motivation, working on a task to obtain rewards or avoid punishment from sources outside yourself. So you can do, say for example, I've seen when I was assistant librarian in IIT Delhi, I have seen there were people who were reluctant of not doing their job. One way would have been issuing memos, creating problem, creating pressure, having the yardstick of hooking them. But that always not work. The persons who are demotivated, the persons who are reluctant of not doing, maybe there may be some personal problem, some genuine problem, and there may be something had done in your life which should have not taken place because of the egoistic attitude of the past officer. Try to evaluate the situation and then motivate them to work. And I have seen and I have improved and I have proven in IIT Delhi that there were people who were reluctant of not doing. At the end, they become one of the best workers. I would have been able to give you the example and would have shared with you what I did and what they were doing and how they become one of the best workers of IIT Delhi Library. But that this is not the platform to discuss all these things. How to create self-motivation? You willingly perform the task that are assigned to you. You arrange your duties so that the work is completed within time after the assignments have been made. You take great pains to be accurate because mistakes are very costly. You take pride in your work. When you take interest in doing your task, you are always doing the task with a pleasure, and then you are able to finish the task in time. You are able to finish the task efficiently and effectively. Productivity. It ensures the job done perfectly and accurately, which is possible only when you are able to concentrate on helping learners become good workers. In addition, you should be able to communicate to the subordinates to remove their stress and motivate them to perform the task with full zeal, commitment, and devotion. I have seen many times, I myself had been for 10 years a practical librarian in IIT Delhi. And I have seen that until and unless you talk to your subordinate. मनोज, मैं अभी एक लेक्चर दे रहा हूँ, उसके बाद मैं बात करता हूँ. So when you talk to your subordinates, you try to win their confidence. They feel that your boss is showing his concern. He does not want to supersede you. He does not want to hook you. He wants to listen your problem. He wants to remove your problem. He wants you to help to come out the kind of problems in which you are facing. This communication with your subordinate help them to come out from the stress, and you are able to motivate them, and that help that they develop the zeal, commitment, and devotion to do the work. Conflict resolution. It is normally in Indian environment, the conflict between the staff, subordinate to superior, superior to subordinate, is a very common phenomenon which is being seen. So, what do? Remember these points as you think about conflict. Number one, conflict is destructive when resolution of the conflict ends with a winning and a loser. Now, we should not work on the task of that one is going to win, one is going to lose. The conflict has to be removed because the conflict environment never ever lead and open the path for productivity, and therefore the efficiency and effectiveness is completely gone. Conflict motivates behaviors, and when it forces us to do things that do not want to do, it can be destructive. Conflict can help us from doing our work or feeling good about ourselves and others. Conflict can be destructive in proportion to the importance of the goals of the individuals. Conflict can be destructive if the individuals involved act aggressively or they accuse each of other causing the problem. We have developed the tendency of making others responsible for the destruction, for the task unperformed. We do not try to find it out. Are we responsible for it? Could we do something to see that if the work is being denied or if the work has suffered because of the conflict between the two? As an officer, you should try to give ear to the problems of the people. You should understand why the conflict is taking place. What is the problem of the staff? Are their problem is genuine? When they are raising some issue, are the issues are genuine one? And if the issues are genuine one, you should give the ear honestly and try to find it out the solution to the problem. Stress management. Stress management is the amelioration of stress and especially chronic stress, often for the purpose of improving everyday functioning. Stress produces numerous symptoms of vary according to person, situations, and severity. These can include physical decline as well as depression. Basically, stress is what? Stress is a normal part of life. हम में से none of us can say that I have never faced stress. We experience the stress even on small terms, on small events. If we are late, we have stress. If we are not finding our dress in our cupboard, we are having stress. If our laces are not working, we have stress. If the tea has come outside the Vigona, this is stress. But not everything. In a small task of your life, you do something and you invite the stress. Has good and bad implication. It has good and bad implication. Biological response to our environment. Flight or fight responses, physical and mental reaction, financial hardship, and common stressful events are why we have stress in our life. The common events are moving. You are moving from one place to another place, or you have been transferred from one section to another, or you have been transferred from one state to another one. Stress comes. If the new boss is appointed, you do not know what kind of a person he is. You are always anticipating that he may be a good person, he may be a bad person. You are unnecessarily inviting the stress. Changing job, if the job is changed, the challenges come. The new job, new environment creates stress. Losing a job in case, and you have seen that the COVID-19 has been a subject of thousands of people who have become jobless, and certainly they might be passing through a big stress of their life because their livelihood is on stake and they do not know how to survive and sustain without jobs. But if some child has taken birth, again a stress started, how he will be growing, what would his needs, how will be, whether I will be able to fulfill them or not. All these kind of thoughts start in your mind. Child is not doing anything, it's a very small one, but you are hypothetically creating situation yourself and thinking something or too much that creates stress for you. Death, if somebody die, again the stress starts. Breaking up relationship, you are friend, now you have some conflict and therefore you have been separated. Separation of wife with husband, separation of friend, separation of fiancé or whatever, that create problem. And financial hardship, that is very, very important aspect. If you have financial problem, if you have scarcity of fund, if you are not able to survive and sustain because of money, the stress is bound to come. Then what to do? Stop for a moment especially when you feel your muscles tightening up. And take a few deep breaths. You may even want to post a sign that says breathe in large letters. Do a relaxing exercise. आप काम छोड़ के आंख बंद करिए, थोड़ा गर्दन घुमाइए, लेफ्ट राइट रोटेट करिए गर्दन को, थोड़ा हाथों को घुमाइए, थोड़ा सा भगवान को याद कीजिए, स्टार्ट रिमेम्बरिंग गॉड, थोड़ा सा अपने अंदर अपने आप को रिलैक्स कीजिए, अपनी सांसों को कंट्रोल कीजिए, अपनी ब्रीथ को कंट्रोल कीजिए. दैट विल गिव यू रिलैक्सेशन. If your work situation allows it, take a power nap. That means you can get little keep yourself away from the working environment in which you were working and you got this stress. Lay down, totally relax for a minute. अपनी कुर्सी के ऊपर ही अपने अपने गर्दन के नीचे दोनों हाथों को लगाइए, आंखें बंद कीजिए और थोड़ा पीछे को मुड़ जाइए. Have a backward bend. And then you will find that your body and your muscles are getting relaxed. Find time outside your work to do something that you enjoy. I have seen, and you have seen in private and corporate sectors, there are carom, there are small other exercise units. You are able to keep out the stress over there. You have tea club. You can sit over there, you can have a coffee, you can have a tea, some snacks, some biscuits, and you are out of the stress which you have because of the working conditions. Leave your workplace briefly for a break, walk, or other vigorous exercises. Find a quiet place to read a magazine or a novel during the break or lunch of your choice. If possible, have pictures of peaceful scenery for meadows, mountains, visible or accessible. This mini vacation, your eyes in a powerful inducer of the relaxation response. Look up. ऊपर की तरफ देखिए, आसमान की तरफ देखिए, अपने ध्यान को केंद्रित कीजिए, अपनी सांसों को केंद्रित कीजिए और अपने आप को रिलैक्स कीजिए. Keep something humorous on hand, such as book of joys. Laughter is great medicine to help us relax. ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में जाइए, कुछ ऐसी हल्की बात कीजिए, कुछ ऐसी इवेंट को याद कीजिए जिससे आपको हंसना आए. You are laughing. Laugh. Remove the stress completely. Lifelong learning. A professional need to be the part of an environment which extend him. See, lifelong learning is a kind of a situation where until and unless you are living in a wrong wisdom or a misunderstanding that you are absolute, your knowledge is complete, then you are living in a wrong motion. Every bit of moment, every second of your life, something can happen in your life that will become a source of learning something new thing. You sometimes learn from your subordinate, sometimes you learn from a child as well, sometimes you learn from the environment, sometimes you learn from the birds, sometimes you learn from the animals and whatnot. Because learning is always an ongoing process, and you should not give up of learning. Every second, every bit of time, you find that something surrounding is happening which was not known to you, and therefore you are enhancing your knowledge. Therefore, you are finding that you have gained something which you didn't have earlier then. So, lifelong learning is a very important aspect. The opportunity to be a lifelong learner, it is imperative for a professional to meet the information requirements of varied clientness to justify their responsibilities and working. Hence, he or she should strive hard, enhance knowledge, and polish their skills to provide state-of-art services in the ICT environment. I do not know whether my statement will be acceptable by the participant or not. I have seen that majority of us has left our reading interest, whatever the reason would have been. Maybe the ICT application, maybe the Google has stopped us to go to the library. The kind of pleasure, the kind of feel you have when a book in your hand and you are reading, and you are reading in a very comfortable posture. A book is something, somebody asked, what is a book? And a beautiful reply was given by somebody in a selection committee. He says that book is a kind of a gesture which you enjoy, you attain pleasure even while you are laying on your bed. आप अपने बेड पर किसी भी करवट में होकर किताब को पढ़ सकते हैं, लेकिन आप कंप्यूटर का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते हैं, आप किसी ऐसी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते. So develop the habit of reading. Read. I do not know how many of you read the newspapers. Newspaper is a source of updating your knowledge. The news channels, lot of news channels are there, lot of garbage is there, lot of certain things which are politically motivated are there. You should be able to filter them, and you should get out of the discussion, you should get from the news to only that portion of the news which is healthy, and you feel that it should be making the part of your knowledge. And if you are doing it, you find that slowly and gradually your knowledge is increasing. Whenever you are in a public environment, in an environment of discussion, and when you discuss and when you share the data, when you dominate over there, you find that the kind of knowledge which you have gained over the years by using different kind of information resources, maybe by going to library, maybe by reading newspaper, maybe by looking into the TV news channel or reading on internet and whatnot, you are becoming a strong personality. You are becoming a knowledgeable person. Your confidence level is enhanced. Your perception is enhanced. Your skills are improved, and you are finding yourself as one unique out of the crowd. We are reaching to the stage of its conclusion, and we can say that the personality development is one of the most essential part of any human activity. Being and do matter for successfulness in any of the profession. As far as organizational management is concerned, it seems to be much more needed as the professionals working in different environment have to deal with different people having different personality traits. This area has become more challenging in the ICT environment, as the ICT skills alone is not the solution to the problem, but effective and efficient organizational management. Now, just a minute, look at it and find it what is being displayed. What it says. It says, if you can stay positive in a negative situation, you win. This is very, very important and vital component of your life. Everybody has problems in one way or the other in our daily life. None of us has got birth in a situation where nothing negative happens in our life. Sometimes we are jobless, sometimes our increment is not there, sometimes our promotion is not there. I have seen, and you know, every one of us is facing. In University of Delhi, the present Vice Chancellor had been the source of inspiration for everyone, that the backlog of 10, 12 years, people were waiting for their promotion. And the past 2-3 Vice Chancellors, they did not do anything. But this makeshift arranged Vice Chancellor, who was the PVC earlier, Professor Joshi, he has done wonder. He has identified the people whose promotions have not been done in departments and colleges. And marathon, every day there is a selection committee. Everybody is getting promotion in a very, very dignified way. Promotion is something that motivates the person. All the negativity goes out. The Vice Chancellor has realized it. And the Vice Chancellor was working in adversities. What a kind of a turmoil which took place. Every one of you, if you people read the news, if you people read the newspaper or if you people are in a WhatsApp group or on Facebook, you would have found that about a year back, what has happened, that the office of the vice chancellor was divided into powers, and there were a lot of turmoil which took place, and that was the negativity situation for the present vice chancellor. But he was a strong man. He was a hardworking person. He was sincere. He was knowing what he has to do. He knew what I have to do and what will be done. So the smile on the face of teachers, smile on the faces of staff should come. And he found that the people who are suffering on account of non-delivery of their promotion, if their task is taken, if the promotions are being given in a dignified manner to the staff members, the faculty members, then the cheerfulness of the faculty members will come. They will be happy. Their body language will be different changed. Their positive attitude will come back. The productivity will be enhanced. And this is what is being seen, that even in a COVID environment, I do not know what is happening in other universities, but in University of Delhi, the online teaching, online learning, online examination, online meeting, everything is in full swing. We have conducted examination, we have taken our classes, we have admitted a student in online environment, and the University of Delhi is doing very well in a COVID environment, which has adversely affected the entire society, entire nation, and the adverse impact can be seen globally. But then we have not stopped. Show must go on. And show can go only because if you can stay positive in a negative situation, you win. If you have to win, you have to be positive even in a negative situation, and you need not to give up. You have to see, yes, I will be able to conquer this. Nobody can beat. I will be a successful person. This task in my hand, and I will do it and perform it. And there is one more saying I would like to share with you. And that saying is, never stop doing your best just because someone does not give you credit. We should not do work simply because we want to get the credit of it. That should be your own satisfaction. If we have got the job, it is our prime responsibility that we should do the justice with our job. We should do the justice with the salaries which we are getting. We should not forget that the kind of salary which we are getting from our job, that is the basis for the happily living of our family. Our family grows, our bread and butter comes from the kind of job which we are having. Therefore, don't do the things that you don't stop doing the work thinking that you are not getting the credit of it. No, credit is something which may be a sense of your own realization. You need not to get the certificate from every one of you until and unless you are not aware of that your own Atma-avlokan, self-realization, that gives you much more pleasure, that gives you much more encouragement that you are doing honestly, you are doing your best. So, my dear friends, with this, I would like to stop my lecture. Thank you very much. And now I open the floor for questions, answer session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now the session is open for any questions or discussions. Participants are requested to please pour in their comments or any questions.
Anyone, please?
Technical team may please unmute the participants.
Done, ma'am.
Any participant wishes to say something?
One question in the chat box, please check.
Okay. Sir, Garima Mohit Jindal is asking how to tackle... So there is a question in chat box.
So Narendra, how are you?
Sir, namaskar, sir, pranam.
कैसे?
I am fine, sir. And you explain in a wonderful way that, sir, and
Hello.
you told that what we have to do just to get the energy from our working environment as well the personal also, sir.
Mr. Chauhan, frankly speaking, I am the very poor person. My knowledge is not even accurate.
Hey, wonderfully you explained, sir. Wonderfully you explained, sir, and we gained a lot from your lecture today. What we have to do and what we have not to do.
So nice of you. So nice of you. Thank you.
There is a question in chat box. When others sometimes try to pull you down, how to tackle these situations when people create obstacles for you?
See, madam, this is a general tendency when you are getting progress in your life, the people create hurdles in your way. So if you indulge yourself and if you allow yourself to be grabbed from the negative or kind of strategies which they are adopting to pull you down, that means okay, you have allowed them to pull you. What you have to do is that you have to see that you should not play in their hands and their strategies, and for that what is needed is that you should indulge yourself in the conflict resolution. I have told you that the conflict has to be avoided as much as possible. Sometimes you praise your enemies also. When you praise your enemies, you low down them. So it is the kind of a tactics which you sometimes avoid. Even if you can keep your enemies silent, that is your success.
Wonderful, sir.
Poonam Chaudhary ma'am wants to say something. Please unmute her.
Pardon?
Poonam ma'am, please.
हेलो
जी
हाँ जी नमस्कार भट्ट साहब नमस्कार
नमस्कार बेटे नमस्कार
हाँ जी मैं पूनम बोल रही हूँ बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद आपने जो लेक्चर दिया है बहुत ही अच्छा दिया है हम सभी
Poonam bhai, my class fellow, and I am so lucky that my friend still remembers me and joining the program. अरे पूनम
सर आप तो हमेशा ही सर मेरे को 2 लाइन बोलने दीजिए आप तो वो पर्सनैलिटी है सर जो कि हमेशा जो एक बार आपसे मिलेगा वो कभी आपसे भूलेगा नहीं और आपने जो लेक्चर दिया है सर आज आपने जो लेक्चर दिया है वंडरफुल लेक्चर है ऐसा लेक्चर तो मैं ऐसा नहीं कि मैं आपकी क्लास फेलो हूँ इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ ऐसा नहीं है आपने जो लेक्चर दिया है हम ये लाइब्रेरी साइंस का 2 दिन से सुनकर मतलब थोड़ा सा जिसको कहेंगे कि सेम टॉपिक के सुन के थोड़ा सा बोरियत हो आपने एक एनर्जी आज पार्टिसिपेंट में न्यू टॉपिक को लेकर और जो ये पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट पे दिया है एक की साइकोलॉजी के जो प्रोफेसर जिस तरीके से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं वैसे ही आपने बहुत हर पॉइंट को आपने नाइसली एक्सप्लेन किया है और सभी पार्टिसिपेंट के लिए और खासकर मुझे तो बहुत ही नया कुछ सीखने को मिला है आपके लेक्चर से और धन्यवाद सर इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ
हेलो
Good afternoon, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Question.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. मैं डॉक्टर एम के यादव
मुझे भी सुनाई दे
हेलो
जी
हाँ सर नमस्कार हेलो
जी
सर मैं सर डॉक्टर एम के यादव असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन फिजिक्स जेसी बोस यूनिवर्सिटी फरीदाबाद
ओके
सर मैं एक चीज पूछना चाह रहा था सर व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ CID नंबर फॉर अस फैकल्टी
पढ़न आपका क्वेश्चन मुझे क्लियर नहीं हुआ बेटे
मैं सर ये कर रहा था जो ORCID नंबर जो है उसके लिए जो है फैकल्टी के लिए इसका क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है
ऑर्किड नंबर सर ऑर्किड नंबर
हाँ
Sir, ORCID number. He is asking about the ORCID number, which is a unique ID for when you send your manuscripts for publication. The Scopus and Web of Science.
I am not understanding the term. I told you that everybody is not the expert of everything which is happening in library science. And our today's topic is personality development, and what he is saying something related to some database management or something else. So I am sorry, I do not know what term you are using and in what context you are asking all these things. If any participant knows about what this gentleman is saying, please reply.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Orchid, yes.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Sir, I want to ask a query related to team building. In your team, there are all type of people. Some are leg pullers also. So how to handle basically them when they don't want to work, and others also.
I tell you, madam, what happens is that you have to first yourself to become a model of it. What happens is that the bosses feel that since we are officers, so our job is not to perform the task, our job is only to supervise them. This kind of feeling is very wrong. We should not work absolutely in the Indian environment. We should work thinking the kind of culture the Western world has given. No, there is no bossism. So you have to be a role model yourself. I give you one example. As I told you that when I was in IIT Delhi, there was a person who was reluctant of doing the work. And I motivated that fellow by listening his problem, and his problem was that his earlier bosses has destroyed his CRs and other things. So the reason was that there was a politics, and somebody who was nearer to the chair was trying to let down that fellow. So he stopped working. When I took over as head of the department of that section in IIT Delhi, I started learning what other things were happening in his life, and ultimately, slowly and gradually, I win over his confidence, and I tried that he should start working. He should start taking pleasure in performing the task. And the kind of comments which were rated in his CR, they were got corrected because he was genuine. And ultimately, he was motivated and he started working. That is one. There was a lady who was good for everything, good for nothing. She was not doing any work. She had a breast cancer. When she was admitted in hospital, I used to go to hospital every day after 5:30 and releasing his son and the daughter. And they would have gone for 2 hours and they prepared the food for the other family members and they would have come back. This treatment of 1 week had created a lot of respect for me. In the lady, when the lady came back after the operation and she became the lady who was not doing any work, become the best worker of the IIT Delhi library environment. This is why. Because you have tried to handle the situation, you have shown your sympathy and empathy with your subordinate staff and making them realize that your boss is all for them. What is happening is that we want to serve only. We do not want to really give ear to understand the problem of our subordinates, and that is why a conflict between the boss and the subordinates takes place. So you have to be a role model yourself first. Then you can expect from anybody else to work for that.
Sir, thank you for your nice answer. One more thing I want to ask here, that as being junior, if you want to do something and your boss will not help you in doing that work, and even he creates problem or obstacles to do in your work by giving wrong feedback to the higher authorities, then what should be done? Because you are not able to.
एक चीज तो आप ये याद रखिए मैडम कि यदि आप छोटी छोटी बातों को लेके भी अपने बॉस के पास जाएंगे अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स की, तो he will start disliking you. That is number 1. Number 2, if by your interaction by your good behavior, your motivation, using all tactics, if you are not able to get the fellow work, then there is a theory in management, hire and fire. Then you have to have a disciplinary action against the fellow, because everybody is not ready until unless he or she is pushed, and that is why the rest decisions against the staff is also to be taken. So you should be mentally prepared as an officer to initiate a disciplinary action against the person if that fellow, despite of your all efforts done humanly to get the person at a right path and make him life to do the work, he failed completely. So hire and fire kind of a strategy. Then as per the rules, you have a red book in your hand. That is the book of your statutes and regulations. Under that, you can initiate the disciplinary action against the person. And I have seen that the moment you start taking the disciplinary action against the person, बड़े-बड़े फन्ने का ठीक हो जाते हैं. छोटे-मोटे की तो बात ही क्या है. Anything else?
Pankaj Agarwal sir wants to say something.
थोड़ा जोर से बोले, मेरे पास आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Sir, I am Pankaj Agarwal. I am working in civil engineering department at this university, D. Christopher Murthal.
Okay.
Sir, your lecture was very much wonderful, and this is the thing which we people are generally not getting in the teaching. So actually, that is required for the teaching, and we can become the role model for the coming generation, and we can present such kind of things before our students, and that the message will go much longer way. So another thing which I learned from you is that once we become a participant in the activity, like you told that when we do the things by our own, our earlier Vice Chancellor, sir, Mr. Chahal, sir, so he used to say, because I am in civil engineering and I have also taught the architecture students 3-4 years. So he used to say, मैं बच्चों को मिट्टी में सना हुआ देखना चाहता हूँ. मैं बच्चों को मिट्टी में सना हुआ देखना चाहता हूँ. मैंने सर I was developing a construction yard at that time. Construction yard में हम बच्चों से चाहते थे कि अपने हाथों से वो ईंटें लगाएं, अपने हाथों से वो चीजों को स्किल को करके देखें. हमने उसको डेवलपमेंट में किया था और बच्चों को धूप में दोपहर के 2 बजे जून के महीने में 2 बजे धूप में मैं भी खड़ा था और बच्चे भी खड़े हुए थे. तो वी वर डूइंग सम एक्सरसाइज. तो अपने हाथों से जब काम करते हैं वी लर्न समथिंग एंड वी आल्सो कन्वे द मैसेज. तो मैं भी गंदा हो रहा था, बच्चे भी गंदे हो रहे थे और वी वर लर्निंग ए लॉट एंड बच्चे दे वर आल्सो एंजॉयिंग विद मी. सो इफ वी गेट इन्वॉल्वड,
एक्चुअली क्या होता है जब आप आपकी आत्मा, आपकी सोल ये कहती है, when your soul is saying that you are honest and you are doing your job with your all best, then you need not to get the credit from anybody else. Unfortunately, what is happening is that the authorities are surrounded by the people. Unnecessarily they misguide the authorities, and normally मैंने ये देखा है कि कुछ authorities कान के थोड़ा कच्चे होते हैं. They do not have a filter mechanism. See, a good vice chancellor would get his team involved in getting the feedback from the other, but he should use that feedback or information after filtering it. Those who are doing it, they are considered to be the best vice chancellor or best administrator. Those who are weak in their ear and they immediately सुनी सुनाई बातों पे action लेते हैं, that they destroy the environment. As far as today's lecture is concerned, you, me, and every one of us is very thankful to Maher Singh. The program is something on the faculty development. I being the professor of library science, should have been asked to speak something on e-resources, e-resource management, the kind of e-resources available, or certain kind of other thing. I am basically the expert in the field of marketing of LIA products and services. I wish and I would have been happy to deliver talk on it, but he said that I want something new topic for it. Is it possible for you to do something new? So I suggested, if it is okay, if you want a new things to be spoken, your participant belonging to different category, they are librarians, they are faculty members, people from abroad as well. So it is better to let us talk on a topic which is totally neglected in the curriculums of all the disciplines except of psychology. It's a pure psychology area, and I feel that if you have, these are very small things. If you build up all these things in a personality, you are certainly going to be unique among the others. This is what I try to my best.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, sir, you are very right, and you have given such an insight to us that we will carry the message long way, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, another incident I want to share, that once I was working with some German professor and scientist, and he was something 72 years old at that time, and at that time I was 38 or something. So we were working together, and I saw we were developing a model of solar cooker at that time. So he brought the material from Germany, and we were doing the work. So what I saw, and I got inspired from him. अपने हाथों से, by his own hand, he was using all the tools, drill machine at the age of 72, by sitting on the ground, by laying on the ground. And at that moment, myself, my director of my research institute, and all my fellow colleagues, so all we got involved, and we did everything by our own hands, sir. So we learned a lot, and that kind of this message, if we just transfer to our students, so they will work in the same way in the industry, and at that time, I think the messages will be much more clear, sir. Sir, we have learned a lot from, and I just recalled that these things can be done, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. So nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
May I have words with Meher Singh? Meher Singh is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am there, sir.
Meher? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I will send you some questions as you wanted. In the evening, chalega?
No problem, sir.
मेरे को भी एक मीटिंग के लिए प्रोसीड करना है, तो मैं थोड़ा माफी चाहूंगा, और
I should say something.
मैं सिर्फ माफी चाहता हूँ अगर कुछ चीजें शॉर्ट कमिंग रह गई हो और कुछ लोगों ने एंजॉय ना किया हो, तो आई एम सॉरी फॉर दोज पीपल. I tried my level best to just do the justice, but you know that everybody is a human being. I am also not absolute. On my part, I tried my best, and I am sure, and I am hopeful that majority of you may be enjoying. And if you have enjoyed, there is one saying in management: if you are satisfied, then tell the others. If not, tell to me. So this is the kind of basis. Thank you very much to all of you. So great that you have invited me. I'm so grateful to Meher and the other organizers that this opportunity was given to me to share my viewpoint on a very burning area and rather reluctant, rather neglected area, which normally the library professionals do not have opportunity to listen on these kind of areas. Thank you.
Dr. Bhatt, I should say something, please.
Madam?
Seema ma'am, hand over to Seema ma'am.
Yeah, please.